Hey, I'm your host, Anthony Capasso, and this is In Between the Lines, a sports show highlights Jackson Liberty High School sports team. Today we have Paige Kowalski from the girls volleyball team and Haley and Amber McGee from the girls soccer team. Hi, how you doing?
Hi,
I'm
nice
Anthony
to meet you.
Capasso. How you doing? All right, so how many years have you been playing?
I've been playing, this is my 4th year, and then I started around like my freshman year, and then I've done club, beach, all those things like that to make me better as a player.
Dedication, I like it.
Thank
How about you guys?
I started when I was 3 years old, so like 13 years.
Same.
I like it. Nose to the grindstone. That's how you win. So have you participated in any other school activities aside from the sports?
Yeah, I also play basketball and lacrosse.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Nice. How about you?
I used to play softball, but now I made volleyball like my dedication, so I play that year round.
You gotta have one main focus and then you just slide in whatever else you do.
Yeah.
It all works out. So as a captain, do you think the team is well prepared?
I think we're well prepared for our season. I believe that we have the potential to be able to go as far as we want to as long as we put the work in for it.
You gotta work hard. How do you guys think the season's gonna go this year?
It's it's looking pretty good. We're 3-1 right now. We have like 15 goals, so it's looking pretty good.
You're doing great. How about the volleyball team?
The volleyball team, so for right now, our season, we are 3-1, and I feel like for right now, like our best game was against Toms River South, and to me, like that showed us that we're capable of going as far as we want to be able to go.
I think so too. I'm saying you're gonna win all the games left. No more L's. We don't take those. We're Jackson Liberty. So before any watching warm-ups in the games, what do you look for?
If the other team's like messing around or not playing well, it kind of makes us feel better about winning or losing.
It's all about watching the opponent.
Yeah.
That's how you get inspired. That's how you win. From the volleyball team.
For the volleyball team, I think it's more just about us just more focusing on ourselves and focusing on what we can provide for each other to be able to do whatever we need to be able to do.
All right. Now, how does the volleyball team prepare mentally and physically before each game?
Well, mentally, we try to get in the zone, so when we're on the bus for an away game, we just constantly just start singing off of games, or we get inside our heads, which is music, and then as we get onto the court, we just stretch, we do plyos, and then we go out there and we just start peppering.
I gotta be honest, my favorite part of any sport was stretching. It just feels good.
It's the easiest thing.
Now, do you guys have any pregame rituals you like to go through before?
We listen to music on the bus, and before the game we go into huddle and our captains tell us about the other team.
That's always a fun part too.
Yeah.
So during the preseason, is there anything you guys individually wish you worked harder on, like focus more before the actual season started?
No, we pretty much covered everything from like the running part of soccer to like the like touches on the ball and the shooting. So we're prepared.
Nice. How about the volleyball team?
I feel like for us, if we, like passing sometimes can be our downfall, so I feel like if we keep working harder and harder, and along with our setting too, but we all have room for improvement, and I know that we can be the best that we can be. And even more so, we're getting better as we know it. We had practice today,
Oh, nice.
so it'll definitely get even better from there.
I could see it, I could see it. Now, personally, I don't take L's, but I'm curious. How do you deal with L's and wins? How do you go about taking it?
When we lose, I'm kind of just stick to myself. I don't really talk to anyone. But like when we win and we're on the bus, like we're all like happy and like talking and like
Would you say the team works well together?
Yeah, we've been playing. A lot of the girls that start now have been starting since our freshman year, so we work well together. It kind of shows we're 3-1. But
When everyone works together, it's always a good time.
yeah, honestly.
Does the volleyball team work together well?
We do work really well together. I mean, when we do take our losses, like I know just me personally, like I start worrying about like, oh my goodness, I just had like 5 kills and I mess them up and hit them into the net, and I start like working myself up. But I know that everybody's in the same mindset as me, so it's my job just to make them feel better and make them feel like it's okay and that we can do better than we did that day.
I like it. Teammates picking each other up.
Oh yeah.
It shows unity. Now, we had a chance to get some of the film from your game with Lacey. Here's some highlights.
Okay.
That was a very good game. I stayed there for the first set. It was very exciting, very loud, but I'm very proud we won that day.
Thank you.
Now, what caused you to be interested in volleyball?
What caused me to be interested in volleyball, honestly, was I was in middle school and I was just infatuated by by volleyball and just watching it on the Olympics. And then when I started doing it, I was like, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. It's high intensive. I get to do all these different things. I'm constantly moving and I don't stay in one place. Like when I played in softball, I was always just in the outfield taking care of just my one spot. But now that I'm getting to do something that I love to do, I learned to love doing what I love to do. And just being able to move and do all these different things, you're not always doing the same thing continuously at the same time. You're doing all these different things and you have to have all these different skills to be able to do what you need to do to get the work done.
I like that. Multitasking, you got to have a real nick for it and able to do it well. I think everyone can appreciate that.
Thank you.
How about you guys? What got you to become interested in soccer?
We've been playing soccer since we were little, and we've been doing a bunch of different sports. Like, we've probably tried like 15 other sports, but soccer's just been like the one that we're the best at.
I gotta admit, I gotta give you props doing 15 other sports. I've done maybe 3 sports in my entire life, and then I dropped all of the others and just did wrestling. But like, you know, that's baseball, soccer, and all that stuff. Soccer's not for me. I'm sorry, I'm not good enough. It happens though.
I didn't mean it, I swear.
So how'd your opening game with Toms River South set a good tone for the rest of the season?
It was such a good game. I mean, some of the girls, like, we were just bugging about the boys and them screaming at our faces, and some of the people that were actually there saying such negative things to us to try to throw us off. But I knew that would be the fuel and the fire that we need to be able to accomplish what we need to do to be able to beat that game. And we ended up taking it in 3 sets, which is okay, and it was a tight game. But in the end, we came and we pushed hard and we shut them down, and that's how we win games.
That's always how you win. Negativity, you just brush that
Brush
off.
it off.
You take that in and you get a dub out of that.
Oh yeah.
That's always how it works. So do you guys have any JV advice for anyone? Any JV kids trying to go to varsity? Any advice for them to step up their game because they're slacking?
Because they're slacking.
Just to do stuff in the off season and not just wait till soccer season comes around to start playing again. Yeah, that's really it.
365, you got to put in that 10,000 hours to become a master at anything.
Yeah.
So how about you?
For JV, what I would say to them is that it's the hard work and knowing what you're doing is what brings you to go forward. So you can't just go into a season and say, hey, I want to play volleyball. You do whatever you need to do to prep yourself to be able to be ready for that season. So if you have, I don't know, if you want to do some clubs or just anything to just get you ready for the high intensive of a higher level, that would be something that I would suggest for the younger girls to be able to do. And also still be themselves and just be able to stay positive, because that's so important when you're working with the team and seeing all that negativity. Just when we're gone, oh my goodness, when we're gone, as being a senior, that they come in and reciprocate that and bring something new to the team that we couldn't bring.
I'm really liking the advice I'm hearing from both sides. But we got a quick service announcement, so we'll be right back.
I can't believe I said it.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
You didn't stop.
I'm late for work. Thought I could make it.
It's my first day of school.
He's only 7.
I know.
but I'm going too fast. I'm not going to be able to stop. I'm sorry.
All right, welcome back to In Between the Lines. I'm your host, Anthony Capasso, and I'm here with Paige Kowalski from the girls volleyball team and Amber and Haley McGee from the soccer team. So I gotta ask, what are your future plans?
My future plans is to be able to go to college up north, and I want to major in biochemistry, which has to do with being able to figure out the molecules but also seeing the chemistry behind it. So I love working with animals, so that is something that I want to be able to incorporate within my work and be able to do on a daily. And also I have plans to travel for 6 months to Australia and California to be able to work for Dawn to help all the animals down there, and also I have a connection in Australia with a turtle reservoir, so that would help as well.
I gotta admit, that's a pretty interesting subject. You got some pretty good goals.
Thank
in
you.
Life plans. I don't have a plan. I'll probably end up working at a Cinnabon maybe.
This has been my plan since I was like 3, so
nice.
I'm gonna keep it going.
I'm jealous. How about you guys? What are your future plans? Professional soccer players?
No, but in college I would like to play soccer if like I have the opportunity to, and I think I want to be a nurse or a physical therapist. I don't know where I want to go yet.
No, we got time. We got a year.
Yeah.
All the time in the world. How about you, Haley?
Obviously I want to play soccer in college as well, and I don't really know what I want to do when I get there, but maybe I'll find out in a year.
Yeah, Mr. Warner always said we could go into college and not know anything. It'll end up okay anyway.
Yeah.
So how do you think the team's gonna have to adjust once you graduate?
I think they're gonna have to find a different way to be able to, because what volleyball is about is the chemistry within the team. So being able to figure out what their strengths and their weaknesses is, and being able to adjust within that, and seeing when someone's down or when someone's struggling, they know how to pick them back up and be able to do the work that they need to do to be able to accomplish something. So that would be my advice for them to be able to do when we're gone. So.
All right. Well, now it's time for Fast Five. I have the questions, and you have the answers.
Hopefully.
We're gonna find
Yay.
out. All right. Indoor or beach volleyball?
Beach.
I can understand. Hot weather, nice sand, burning hot sand.
It doesn't hurt to dive, so.
No. It usually works out.
Yeah.
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Dunkin'.
I've never been to either.
Oh.
I'm not big on coffee, but is the coffee better at Dunkin'?
Yeah, a lot better.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Horror or comedy movies?
Comedy.
Horror movies are where it's at. Comedy movies, they get stale. It's all Adam Sandler 90% of the time. And those movies are just wonderful. Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
I gotta agree with you. I never like chocolate. I like Reese's cups though. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, baked chocolate is my thing. Like
Yeah.
anything chocolate cake, it's not working.
Chocolate? Not happening. This is the hard one. Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
It wasn't hard at all. Fruits are always where it's at. But favorite fruit, real quick? Anyone?
Watermelon.
Pineapple.
Watermelon and pineapple. They're all great.
I could talk about it all day.
What'd you say?
Good. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to wish you all good luck for the rest of the season, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much.
I'm Anthony Capasso. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on In Between the Lines.
Bye.